you, Dr. Laurian, for the presentation of the challenges in the recent past. The recent past actually involves 2014 to 2015 period. But the consortium is celebrating its 42nd years of existence, as can be seen in the following presentation. For the 2018-2019 accomplishments under the R&D management and coordination, and in response to the challenges presented earlier, the then President Feliciano G. Calora Jr., together with the Secretariat, led by Dr. Carlito Laurian, personally scheduled a visit to all CMIs where preliminary talks on project proposals and consortium goals were reviewed and planned. Following these were proposal-making workshops where all CMIs were involved. This series of workshops also led to the planning and the conduct of the strategic visioning of the consortium. This time, it emphasized on the participatory manner of drawing out the strategic R&D plan for the consortium. The Picard publication incentives has also been continuously popularized, thereby endorsing 5 publication incentives, 2 approved in 2018 worth 120,000 and another 3 in 2019 amounting to 180,000. There were also 2 approved dissertation assistants amounting to 200,000 pesos. Under the monitoring and evaluation component, for 2018 to 2019, the agency in-house reviews, which are actually regular activities of the CMIs, witnessed an increasing number of researches presented and evaluated, which saw its presentations during the regional symposium for R&D highlights. And as far as field monitoring is concerned, the following projects have the following accomplishments. In terms of resource sharing, CMIs continue to offer full support by sharing the funding requirements of the activities implemented by the consortium, as can be shown in the following graphs. And as far as resource generation is concerned, a total of 100,029,410 pesos resource were generated for the conduct of R&D activities. The breakdown would also show a substantial amount coming from DOST Picard, which was used to improve the facility, specifically the office of the consortium in 2018. By 2019, another Picard-funded proposal was packaged and implemented, which focused on upgrading of the soils, plant water, and laboratory with the amount of 43,325,967, with BSU counterpart amounting to 8 million pesos.
To give the assurance to DOST that the equipment that was granted to us will be efficiently and effectively used, not only for regional development but also to contribute to national development.
We got a budget of 43,325,967. We conceptualized this project for the reason that Cordillera is considered as the watershed cradle of Northern Luzon.
Benguet State University for being our partner in harnessing science, technology, innovation for the people of the Cordillera. Sa amin nga, ang tagline namin is Science for the People.
PSU is one of our strong partners in implementing our research programs, and we are very grateful about it because even if we have the resources, if we don't have good implementing agencies, we will not also be able to attain our objective.
Congratulations also to the other state universities and colleges which are within the Cordillera Administrative Region, because now you have a regional facility for a modern soil, plant, and water laboratory within your reach. congratulations na rin sa PICARD for having the courage to give this big grant to Benguet State University. Ngayon lang yata nagbigay ng grant ng PICARD ng ganitong magnitude for once a single university. Thank you, Dr. Ibarra.
The Crop Protection Laboratory is equipped with facilities for disease diagnosis, such as the biolog, which is capable of identifying over 2,900 species of aerobic and anaerobic bacteria, yeast, and fungi. We also have the biological safety cabinet for the isolation of plant pathogens, and then the microscopes that we use to study the plant diseases.
The Soil, Plant, and Water Laboratory is designed to conduct physico-chemical analysis of soil, plant, and water samples and provide appropriate recommendations and technical assistance to improve soil health and water quality in the Cordillera Administrative Region. This laboratory is equipped with test kits capable for both laboratory and on-site testings to advanced instruments like AAS and ICP-OES. In addition, this laboratory features the GCMS, which is capable of screening around 400 pesticide residues.
The biotech laboratory focuses on activities that is related to molecular biotechnology. We offer technical assistance to faculty researchers, students, and as well as on outside clients. The laboratory caters from sample preparation, DNA extraction up to PCR and gel imaging documentation. Also, these samples could be from plants, animal tissues, and microorganisms.
As far as linkages is concerned, we are proud to say that the consortium was able to sustain its membership, including its linkages, even entertaining other CMIs taking part of consortium activities or even formalizing their membership. This time we have University of the Philippines Baguio formalizing its intention to become a member of the consortium. The Agricultural Training Institute of the Department of Agriculture in the region also conducted collaborative activities with the consortium starting in 2018 and in 2019. Under the strategic R&D component, we have packaged and developed as well as implemented regional, national, and of course local research and development proposals. This would include the development of rainwater and fog harvesters in Baguio Benguet areas, presently being implemented, project on increasing heirloom production through culturally acceptable management options, saving the purple corn heirloom in Kalinga. This one is very important because the purple corn was actually a directed proposal coming from DOST National, and this was given to the Kalinga State University, where the consortium secretariat did a mentoring series of mentoring workshops from its proposal packaging up to its approval. The efforts or the proposal at Kalinga State University saving the purple corn heirloom in Kalinga would later be duplicated in Abra through the Abra State Institute of Sciences and Technology in the packaging of the bamboo proposal. Again, this was through the help and mentoring efforts of the CORCARD Secretariat. This would again be replicated in the Mountain Province State Polytechnic College in packaging their proposal on rice cake, specifically the patupat rice cake of Mountain Province. Other R&D projects led under the consortium would include the packaging of the R&D Center under the NICER program of DOST, the National Agri-Aqua Technology Business Incubation, or the ATB program for Batch 2, which is actually a national program. We also have the Fiesta, or the Farms and Industry Through Science and Technology Agenda, or Native Pig. This was actually conducted in Kalinga under the leadership of the Kalinga State University in partnership with the provincial local government. Other R&D would include enhancing gap compliance and climate resilience of spray-type chrysanthemum production in La Trinidad. For the technologies information generated from R&D with significant potential impact or contribution to existing body of knowledge, we have the matured technologies coming from the CMIs to include Trichoderma coningii, which is used as growth enhancer and used to manage soil-borne diseases. This was used in the spray-type chrysanthemum project, also in the SAFE project on disaster response reduction for climate change, action in highland vegetable production. Other technologies would include structural windbreak, the reinforced vegetable terrace farms, where we have a listing of adapters from Benguet, but also to include the other provinces in the region. Rain shelter technology for highland value crops. We also have listed several adapters, including the Technology Innovation Menu, or the Team BSU, on crop management of carrot, cabbage, potatoes for climate change adaptation. In relation to this, we also conducted the first national conference on Agri-Aqua Technology Business Incubation, which was national in scope. For the R&D utilization, specifically for the technology commercialization and pre-commercialization initiatives, we have with us bioorganic fertilizer, to vegetable-based and root crop-based products ready for commercialization. We also have technology promotion, where we were able to capture success stories in the major regional and consortium-initiated science and technology action for frontline emergencies and hazards, or the SAFE, including the science and technology community-based farms with women's voices, specifically highlighting their success stories in adapting science and technology introduced by the CMIs.
The Disaster Risk Reduction Climate Change Adaptation on Vulnerable Agricultural Farms in the Cordillera Program. This program is a consortium-led program that addresses science and technology needs of vulnerable vegetable and rice farms in response to climate hazards and other challenges. It involves the 6 CARSUCs as implementing agencies, with Benguet State University as the lead agency. CARSUC developed technologies were used in the project, with some BSU technologies adapted and have been localized in the process of adoption. The other CMIs were involved in the program through the technical working group mechanism. So it's not only the CARSUCs that implemented the projects, but the other non-SUC member agencies of the consortium. All of the provinces in the region benefited from this technology transfer program, as we are present in all the 6 provinces. The project concluded in June 2020, and mechanisms were set up to ensure the sustainability of the project, such as the university's extension services taking over the activities to further utilize the structures set up.
Siyadanan in alida ay windbreak, rainforest terrace ya greenhouse. Wada pay di udom iman in alida ay in apply misin garden mi siyadanan mukusako ya trichoderma ya din compost. Asida soil sample wada di measurement ay in bagada ipoy misin ano kay biguro ya urea.
Din ay usar din trichoderma mangtulong sin ay ano kan di luta. Asi din di ay compost, din di ay talaga ay immediately ay man usar karkaro sin ay leafy vegetables.
Ano kaanggoy ta pang safety sin nateng tan at least ay iyan ano kami kumadin gap kumas dino mabalin.
Tatno makaala kami certification sin ay gap tatno at least da kami ay farmer ay ano naturod kami mga bagaan gap na sipsi siya ay makan. No ilan ta ko piman sin ay indawat di BSU ay no napintas piman talaga ay very effective karkaro sin ay risk reduction.
Panggap sin ay windbreak mayat imantan napiksadi dagam sin ay kadaktan ay dodontog. At least ay bakon sa ay na man suyoso yung bakon ngayon bakon ang diretsoon din natang adi ay naimula.
Kananta kon 70% masurvive sin ay mula kaysa din di farmers practice open siya may would support na
panggap sin ano ka ay rainforest terrace di mat matiman ay pindo na din ano ka ay magmagday ay terrace sin baba bakon magday
sidi di diferensyan din ay indawat di BSU in farmers practice.
Tinaranasan disaster dito kati napigsa nga angin, napigsa nga tudo, ken iti iges nga mangperdi kadigiti nga natnateng. Ti daddo mo pay nga didigra ket iti palalo launay nga tikag.
Anda digiti time nga aming garawan nga mulaan ta no awan ti pagalami source ti danom.
No umay iti didigra dito ti farm ket awan pulos maalami sir 0%.
Tinted ti eskwelaan mi nga ESC ket digiti structural windbreak
nga manglapod iti angin nga mangperdi kadigiti nga mulmula
kin ti water tank nga pagistakan ti danom
nga iso ti pagalaan iti pagsibog kadigiti nga mulmula.
Diti introduce ti Apayao State College ket effective ta kas makita ket napinpintas ti kalidad ti mula.
At ti makitkitak tatang pagsayaatan na dito nga po mapan nga 70% gapo ta dito windbreak kano umay titikag damot dito tangke
nagati organic kay usar ko ket chicken manure kin vermicompost.
Sipod dang rugi dito nga project at daklaw na iti pagyamanak ta imangat iti panagbunga iti kwa natnateng.
Ma-appreciate ko dito nga project ta mas dakdak kali ma-income.
Pagyamanak iti DOSTP card nga isuti nangted dito nga project ket pagyamanak launay tadakkel tinay itulong na kanyami nga farmers.
Project can introduce the organic way of farming.
Actually, kat dito ifugaw, kat dito practices ti organic, kat dito ti dating nga practices dito eh. Gapo iti barbaro nga technology, kat naialis di technology ti ifugaw. Puro synthetic, jay, That time, in madam, introduce na data bioorganic fertilizer, jay liquid kan jay solid nga di ay. Tinadlaw ko, jay silit, ang gana tata, ada pa lang dita, agburburasak. Jay ti may nga nakita, jay FPJ, kan jay OH nga di ay, insimpan na nga iti fertilization jay daga. Makita nga nagdumaan na, dito'y farming jay organic and inorganic. Ta simpre jay organic jay ket puro automatic amin. No agdalos ka ket herbicide, ngem ijay organic nga diay at ado trabaho na. Ngem nun mapanak met ijay quanti effectivity na iti tao. Makita piman nga nasayaat.
Tapno at least dagitoy production nga mairuruar ket nga masabidungan ta at least di sakit man lang ti bagbagay may iwasan.
Inyigdan dagiti trainings, for example, jay pest and diseases management, soil and water management, plant propagation, mushroom production.
Jay old nga practice mi dati ariyan ti garden ko no bilang kamatis ti mulak tapno ma-maintain dati gastusak ti mga 40,000. Imi datoy nga project mga 30% bimabaan di expenses amounting 28,000. Hindi income na, parehas mit lang.
Daktul tiyama mi, kalag ito yung funding agencies, DOST, PCAD, CORCAD, uray pa iti implementing agency, ti IPSO, and ti local government tikyangan, at ado ti benefits piman nga naalam yung ay. For example, iti tangke nga ito kanda kami nga dadu mga adayo iti tangke, iti hose, iti drums, ito yung nga marirealize dagiti practices nga nasayaat.
Kan 30% nakaslide water harvesting tank. 100% at makamulag ulit yung nga summer, at least adad yung pagsibog.
Nayunan na pa iti pundo, tapno uman ti masaparana dito ayan mi. Salamat launay iti dito nga project dito safe nga dito.
Hazardous dito ayan mi no napigsa iti typhoon. Tay nagtitungaan ti bantay isong ti danom no napigsa ti tudo kuha nga floods nga dita surroundings dito anabel. Ni jay nga tumot tapos miti angin mabaling tayab na ti bubong.
Dati time nga start October awan talaga ti tudo unga na last week April jay na agrugit ti tudo.
Income nga ikat talaga nga logi sir. Imbis nga dati nakadulin nga si daan mi kan imula mi into next nga ikat kapilitan gumatang kami manan.
No iti agtudtudo mabalin nga makuna tayo nga 90% ti maapit mi. No iti timpon mo ti drought bumabasit da adu ti matay gaputa mawanan da ti danom.
Data 70 to 80% takkel nga los mi ti panaggarden. Maranasan mi ti talagang matyago jay mulami.
Problema mi tuy daytoy ko acidity ti daga kanayon pi man nga ag-ikabkabil kami ti chicken dang ken daytoy inorganic fertilizers.
Iso nga jay mat idi in may mat daytoy technology nga about sampling jay makita mi ti kurang jay mula nga maikabil mi iso nga amo mi ti lakuan mi nga i-apply kada gitoy mulmula mi nga kasapulan da.
Ngem no agbumba kami tuy ham mi nga agus-usar ti yellow label ag pangato papatengga kami lang ti green.
Dito di mo farm tayo. Ti first dita patatas nga cuttings santo repolyo. Jay sumaruno sweet peas talong akrap data.
Day kumpos nga into day peas nga inno sarmid ta. At least nga medyo pabaknang na basit. Katuna nga di kasla acid ti daga.
Adu pi man ti na itulong da kanyami. Kasla dito panag seminar itigap. Tapnoan tayo nga kakaasi nga mang absorb jay pestisidyo nga ibombata yung akal.
Introduce dati try ko nga isut inya-apply mi dito mula mi nga kamuti medyo mayaten ti product mi sir.
Kaya gito'y constituent mi man ti barangay at least nakita may mut in mabanti na mut ti farmer mi.
Na seminar kami pa lang iti recording tapno ijay mi nga timbang no jay panagmulmula mi ket maala na ba jay expenses mi jay aldaw mi.
No akas makita dito likod mi, dakkel nga tangki. Mabalin nga uray 20 nga farmer, basta drip lang ma-supplyan na. Murpay kas jay.
Katagyam-yaman kami ti asinsyan ti gobyerno kas kati DOST nga ng Finance District PICARD, Philippine Councils for Agriculture, Aquatic and Natural Resources Development. Tinulungan na piman na kami nga farmers.
The coffee industry ti Kalinga tatakit madamang agbo-boom in terms of its processing. May sapay gapo iti bimabang presyo iti kape kadagiti naglabas nga tawtawen nadismaya dagiti manalon wenno coffee farmers tayo nga mang taripato kadagiti kakapyanda.
Madamot lang dia time nga mayat tibungan ti kape, luda duma, pasit.
Gaputa panawin na dagaang makuan amin ti patimulmula iso nga loss of income diya kada kami nga manalon. One way nga napanunutmut dagitoy researchers nga mang-improve iti kwanti climate pabaruin mi dagitoy kape i-rejuve mi pumintas ti bunga na pumintas ti masakbayan na kasama dagito farmers ang kuada iti income matulungan da.
Aging gana inumay dito nga project kada kami kat i-offer ni Sir nga Rodolfo ti rejuvenation.
Dito nga project ket iti Kalinga State University ket hangag dadamo nga implement iti rejuvenation activities iti kape. However, dati problema tayo gamin ijaayan iti sustainability na because of limited funding. Ngem pagsayatan na tatata dati funding tayo nga nagapu iti PICARD, paited dagiti na dumaduma nga aramaten tayo kasi iti chainsaw, gasolina, dagiti binbin-i nga mabaling nga ma-intercrop daket pagkita mi napinpintas tayo iti tatanga programa iti gobyerno. Ada iti duwa nga style na, di kuna tayo nga dati partial cutting, wenno saan ket di full cutting. Di partial cutting kita dati makita tayo nga agtubtubo nga shoot nga mabalin nga ti sumarsaruno nga tawen ket agbunga ibati tayo dayay. Ngem no makita tayo nga kasapulan nga i-full rejuve tayo dayay may nga area, i-full rejuve tayo ikaten tayo mamin.
Aramidon na ito nga project tapno ma-mitigate the climate change impact
through different mature technologies such as rejuvenation of these old coffee trees and the intercropping of some cash crops in order to sustain dito yung
actually no training sa dumati ko coffee production.
Isuro da kanya mi no kasano ti ikastami nga mang paubing maning kadagiti kape. No kasano kang abono iti organic, inorganic. Kas anong nga agasan nanya ti pesten ti kape.
Dagitoy amin nga dagitoy nga trainees. Talaga nga makunakmut ang relevant as of now makita mi mutla ang atin nagbalbaliwan ti farm site mi. Kasadya makikita tayo tataakit ni medyo mayat mut sir ti ko na result ta di rejuvenation sir.
Effective mo tayo sir nga project idi uliyem ti kapkapi tatakit gaw-gaw ate mon nito yun agburas ka eh.
Rainwater harvesting tank ket dakkel unay ti may tulong na tapno ti kasta ti sustainability na dito nga programa tayo ket agtalinaed ken iti farmer may ayo tayo gaputa damoten ti paggapuan iti pagsibugdan. Ijay nga ipakita tayo nga gapo kadagito nga interventions agbalin nga agkaron tayo lata ti production uray ket dino summer wenno drought season.
Hindi napangatawasan sir ko nakaro nga didigrati napasamak dito imay ti typhoon lawin. Talaga nga naperdi aming mulmula aming nateng.
Pinapigsa ti angin na maminsan, marigat da nga recover tiri-tiri mabagsot pa jay duma.
Siyempre nagmula kami 3 bulan mat sa abay yung mga maapit jay bulan. So nga 4 months to 5 months sa kamto maka-recover no may ti layos.
No dati didigra nga umayakot, baka amin nga expenses katan nga masbut, bankrupt.
No umayo ti kalamidad, ag precaution kami. Nigiti animales min, ibangkag min, unor giti kami ti talon, ibangkag mi ti balbalay min, uno ka sir.
Umayan dagi jay assist ket damatin bagada pi man nga programa dak. Panunod ket nasayat met. Isumot pi man ti nakasimpa na daytoy bugang. Maplad daytoy ta medyo igid nga rod ti karayan. Naramidan dati windbreak.
Maprotektaran nga talaga ti kwati kalamidad. Alad pa yun ti didigra nga animal. Kinadamot digiti inted nga seedlings nga naka-tray.
Kompleto jay usar nga inted da. Seedlings, amin nga bugaso.
Uri within 2 days, agbiag yamulan ta kompleto ti ramot na, jay seedlings nga provide da.
Napili, so nga makita kat awan ti natay, hindi na imulaan.
Nalada ti soil pH ti dagami, medyo acidic mo so nga adang provide da nga organic, papintas ti klase ti daga.
Kan mayat ti taray jay compost ngayon ti da nga abono. Daras ti panang absorb ti mula.
Good agricultural practices nga talaga nga may isang programa ti gobyerno nga pangpapintas ti apit kin protector ang kami mo lang manlalon. So nga i-apply ko nga talaga ti gap tapno napinpinas mo lang ti kala pati daga kin ti mulmula.
May ito stricto. Masapulhan nga jay acidig ti agos usar ti chemicals, awan ti manok, amin nga animal. Masapul maalad. Kan medyo masapul na dalos. Jay handling masapul nga jay panag-harvest ket masapul disenti. Is stricto pa no organic nga kunada ngamin. Aso nga masapul basti ti mula.
Nang tidda pa mo ti trainings, seminars, may panggap ti pest and management. Sinuruan na kami pa no ano ti agaramit ti organic fertilizer.
Di kumparak dahi mo di dati nga practice ko. Na may mayat pa sir lalo di panagusar nito organic.
Adamutan main-in kami. Lagi tayo reprepon ket masalidan anda pandangan dagiti mulamin.
Ta daytoy nakubong. Babasit ito makalato yung peste nga gaputi sa bali nga lapog.
Di pa nagkita mo sir dagiti introduce ti assist nga dagiti variety. Asa napapaot iti biyagda.
Pasla daytoy okra, tarong, karabasa.
Kaniti production 50% di dati nga mapapit mi di farmers practice mi di dito yan ket 90%.
Let me present the outputs of our project on science and technology community-based farm on spray type chrysanthemum production. Our deliverables under the 6Ps include product, and under this category we were able to produce class AA quality spray type chrysanthemum cut flower from 1 dozen to 2.39 dozen per square meter. For people and services, we were able to organize and train 5 clusters of our farmer cooperators with a total of 30 farmers. We were able to establish 3 nurseries, 1 for each barangay. For places and partnership, we were able to develop linkage, strengthen our linkage with the MLGU La Trinidad, with the participations even at the barangay level. For publications, we were able to produce spray type chrysanthemum production techno guide. And under policies, we recommended to the LGU La Trinidad the adoption of good agricultural practices on spray type chrysanthemum production. We also conducted several field days for the appreciation of our farmers for the adoption of technologies on spray type chrysanthemum production. Under the phase 2 of our project, we came up with this continuation of phase 1, science and technology interventions to enhance spray type chrysanthemum production through good agricultural practices options. And we have these outputs as identified under the 6 P's for product. We were able to produce disease-free quality mother plants from in vitro or tissue culture. For people and services, we were able to train 16 additional farmers as technology adapters, and upgraded 1 good agricultural practices learning center for spray type chrysanthemum production at MS Andecolte Farm located at Binang La Trinidad, Benguet. For places and partnership, we renew the memorandum of agreement that we engaged with the MLGU La Trinidad and the barangays of our demonstration farms. And on publications, we were able to produce 1 knowledge product on spray type chrysanthemum production and develop and produce 5 video documentations on spray type chrysanthemum production. Under policies, we facilitated and recommended policy on good agricultural practices on spray type chrysanthemum production, which is not yet existing for chrysanthemum.
For capability building and governance, we were able to conduct numerous trainings and seminars between 2018 to 2019. We are also proud to say that we were able to revive the Regional Technical Working Group, which would form part of the reorganization of HARDEC, or the Highland Agricultural Resources Research and Development Consortium, to CORCAARD, or the Cordillera Consortium for Agriculture Aquatic Resources Research and Development in 2018. Alongside with this one, we have the CMIs alternately hosting a regional symposium for R&D highlights. So we started with Benguet State University, and then it went to Kalinga State University, to Ifugao State University, and last year we had the regional symposium at Abra. Together with that, we also had the round-robin hosting of the RRDCC. The last one was in Abra, and we are looking forward to holding our next RRDCC in Ifugao. With the alternate hosting of the RRDCC, including the alternate hosting of the regional symposium, we believe this forms part of capacity building of the CMIs. For policy analysis, we had in 2018 the Student Congress, which was a pioneering effort on the part of the consortium. We also had policy on the provision of honoraria, considering that BSU started the record on audit disallowances. But in response to that, we were able to come up with policies such as the SNT accreditation of our researchers. We also had the policy on hazard allowances, including a policy on a more defined policy in terms of research assistant service contracts, because initially we had encountered problems with the contracts of our research assistants. This would later become the model of other SUCs in terms of crafting policy contracts of our research assistants, which would entitle them with travel allowances as well as meal allowances. We were also able to establish the regional intellectual property unit in BSU and in Ifugao. We also have a continuing policy or publication of our policy brief. We call this Informing Policy and Practice under the Institute of Social Research and Development. So that overall, the consortium was able to accomplish activities aligned with its goal of becoming a nationally recognized consortium of competent, diverse CMIs acting in synergy. For one, we were able to capture the Pantas Award in 2019, an award recognizing outstanding R&D administrator. And then earlier on, we also garnered the Tanglaw Award as Outstanding R&D Institution. Also, the consortium engaged in collaborative research and development projects from the international. So we have the Mecoteco project, focused on the management and good agricultural practices on the production of broccoli and strawberries. To the national, which includes the agribusiness technology incubation, the Purple Yam project, and the intellectual property rights project that aims to strengthen our regional intellectual property rights office. At the regional level, we have also witnessed the Science and Technology for Emergencies and Hazards project on native pigs and on DRRCCA in agriculture. We also have another regional project, as was presented, the potato nicer or niche centers in the region for R&D. Of course, at the local level, we have witnessed various local and R&D projects employing different modalities from STCBF, from STMF to STBF, of course, including the SAFE modalities. Also, as far as the 6 Ps are concerned, in terms of publications, since these are national projects and regional projects that has just wrapped up in the recent past, we are coming up with initiatives of putting together articles for possible international and even national and local publications. In terms of patent, the safe technologies were already applied for patenting, specifically the windbreak technology. In terms of products, we also have listed products that are up for at the pre-commercialization stage of vegetable and root crop-based products coming from our root crop center. In terms of people services, in 2018 alone, we have already employed 114 research assistants. About 90% of these are actually our graduates of Benguet State University. Aside from that, we also have thesis assistants, including, of course, communities assisted, people's organizations, farmers associations, and we can, of course, proudly say that we are actually present in more than 50% of the municipalities of Benguet. And so our regional Safe DRRCCA in Agriculture project or program, we were present in the 6 provinces of the region. So that includes Kalinga, Apayao, Abra, Mountain Province, Benguet, and Ifugao. In terms of places and partnerships, we can happily report that the LGUs have been our consistent partners, including their farmers associations and people's organizations. And in some of our projects, we have created technical working groups to include other line agencies coming into the project. So that, for example, in the SAFE project, we have seen DOST, provincial DOST officers coming in, including the LGU, representatives from Department of Agriculture, and other line agencies. In terms of policies, we have produced several policy briefs along Arabica, along the SAFE project, along Chrysanthemum project, among others. And then we can also boast of a policy analysis. We were able to produce several policy briefs to guide our LGUs in terms of accessing and cornering technologies introduced to them through our projects. On that note also, we are proud to say that we just had our national accreditation of our potato seeds, including our accreditation as an institution that is accredited to distribute and produce potato planting materials. We also can boast of our ATB being also accredited at the national level. So that for 41 years, the consortium traveled rough road and rough waters. Of course, we can also boast of our gains and success stories, and we can say it was quite a journey. We hope all of us enjoyed the ride. Thank you and good day.